Have you ever heard of a ghost ship that played hide-and-seek with humanity for nearly 40 years? This isn't a Hollywood script. It's the bizarre true story of the SS Baychimo, the Phantom of the Arctic. Our story begins in 1931. The Baychimo, a sturdy 1,302 cargo steamer, was making its rounds for the Hudson's Bay Company, laden with a fortune in furs. But as it navigated the icy waters off the coast of Alaska, a sudden, brutal blizzard descended. The ice closed in with terrifying speed, trapping the ship completely. The crew, facing the full fury of an Arctic winter, made the tough decision to abandon their vessel and seek shelter on the nearby shore, planning to wait out the storm. When the blizzard finally subsided, they returned to where they had left the Baychimo. But it was gone. It vanished without a trace. The crew searched the horizon, but all they saw was an endless expanse of broken ice. The conclusion was heartbreaking but logical. The pressure of the ice must have crushed the ship's hull and sent it to a watery grave at the bottom of the Beaufort Sea. Case closed, or so they thought. Just a few days later, an Inuit seal hunter spotted something impossible. There, floating serenely about 45 miles away, was the Baychimo. It hadn't sunk at all. The storm that had forced the crew to flee had somehow set the ship free from its icy prison. The Hudson's Bay Company was notified, and they realized their ship was still out there, adrift and unmanned. This was the beginning of one of the most baffling maritime mysteries of all time. For the next 38 years, the SS Baychimo became a legend. It would appear and disappear like a phantom, earning its nickname, the Ghost Ship of the Arctic. Reports of sightings trickled in from trappers, explorers, and local communities all across the Alaskan coast. Each time the story was the same. The ship would be spotted, looking eerie and silent before the unpredictable Arctic weather would sweep in and carry it away again. Now here's where the story gets truly mind-bending. How could a ship, especially one that had already sustained damage from the ice, survive for decades in one of the planet's most hostile environments? It had no crew to steer it away from danger, no engineers to maintain the engines, and no one to pump out the water that inevitably seeped into its ruptured hull. Yet it endured countless storms, shifting ice packs, and the crushing pressure of the polar winters, all on its own. Over the years, several daring attempts were made to either salvage the ship or at least board it. People did manage to get on board the Baychimo on multiple occasions. They found a ship frozen in time, its cargo of furs long gone, but otherwise eerily intact. One group of prospectors even managed to live on the deserted ship for 10 days, trapped by a sudden storm. But every single salvage attempt failed. It was as if the Arctic itself was protecting its ghost ship. Whenever a crew would get close to towing it, a storm would roll in, or the ice would shift, and the Baychimo would slip away into the mist, continuing its lonely voyage. The last confirmed sighting was in 1969 by a group of Inuit fishermen. 38 years after its crew had left it for dead, the Baychimo was still afloat, a rusted, silent sentinel in the ice. And then nothing. It vanished one last time, and has never been reliably seen since. In 2006, the Alaskan government launched a project to finally solve the mystery and locate the ship's final resting place. Whether on the seabed or still encased in some remote ice pack, but despite extensive searches, they found nothing. No wreckage, no oil slick, no definitive proof that the ship had finally sunk. So, where is the SS Baychimo today? Did it finally succumb to the relentless power of the Arctic and sink to the ocean floor? If so, why has no trace of its wreckage ever been found? Or, in a far more chilling and fascinating possibility, could it still be out there? A rusted metal shell locked in a forgotten corner of an Arctic ice pack, waiting for the ice to thaw just enough to set it free for one last voyage. The complete lack of evidence one way or the other is what makes the Baychimo the ultimate ghost ship. It's a story with no final chapter, a mystery that remains frozen in time. What do you think happened to this incredible ship? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more mysteries from history.